What's up, guys? How are you doing? Let's talk about Tom Beckbe. This is the Canvas Weekender Duffel right here. It is a beautiful bag, right? Beautiful, absolutely stunning. It makes you feel like you should be in the mountains somewhere with a fly rod, right, next to a beautiful stream. And I love that about this bag. Very rugged and tough, right? This bag right here is made out of a full grain leather all the way around, just absolutely gorgeous. And also you have the field canvas on the outside. This bag comes actually in two separate colors. This is what they call the sawgrass. It's like yellowish, more green than yellowish, kind of in the middle right there, right? And they also have one that's called bark, right? So we're gonna run through this bag. I'm gonna tell you what I like about this bag and what I don't like. I kind of break my videos up into the positives and the negatives. Try to give you a little bit of specs. So this bag right here is about 32 liters, right? So a standard size duffel bag, good enough for a week trip, depending on you if you're a minimalist or not. You could probably stretch it for a week. This might be just like it says in the name, a weekender bag for most, especially if you're going to carry multiple shoes. Let's get into this thing, right? I'm going to talk about the positives first. The materials gotta be number one. The materials and the design. We'll throw the design in there too, right? So these grab handles, the full grain leather, just the way that it kind of like marbles. It has like this marble look. It's very pretty, right? Almost like you get all of the grain out of the cow inside of the handles and pretty much all of the leather, right? Just the shoulder strap as well, just continuation. And you have these nice touches. It says TB, right? Tom Beckbe. You have that there. There's this touch right here where the closure strap comes around the top of the pack. It says Tom Beckbe, nice brass rivets there. All the hardware on this bag is brass, heavy duty brass. So it's just a beautiful bag. On the edges on the side where the shoulder strap is sewn in and its connection point, again, where it says Tom Beckbe, very nice, very nice, kind of stamped in. Again, hardware, great, very solid hardware. And I just was really impressed by the use of the materials on this bag. Oh, I can't forget this. You got a full grain leather bottom. You can see kind of the imperfections in the leather from the cow, wherever it kind of scratched itself. I mean, this is great. You know, you're gonna have to take care of this kind of bag, but it's well worth it and it'll probably last you a lifetime. So definitely cool. I really can't say enough about the leather on this bag. And I also like, the canvas on this bag is very nice as well. So you're probably gonna have to maintain it. You're gonna have to come back with some wax in a couple of years. If you're, outside in the weather elements, you're gonna have to come back and wax it. But very nice wax canvas, smooth, kind of finer wax canvas, not so rough, but great for like a duffel bag application like this one. So the next thing that I like about this bag, it's gotta be the main access. Like you have this large U-shaped opening, so it's gonna give you a really wide view into the bag. Now, to get inside, again, heavy duty brass hardware on this bag, and the strap comes down, so it's adjustable, but that can be kind of a hassle, right? If you gotta keep on fooling with this buckle. So Tom Beckbe built in like one of these quick release clasps. Sometimes when I see these, I'm automatically thinking that it's gonna be a bag of a lower quality, but this bag is definitely not of a lower quality. So I like the convenience of this. Really simple to get in. And you have a double kind of closure system. This is like a storm flap that goes over, and you can see like the leather binding that goes all the way around is beautiful anyway. So then you get into this. This is your actual entry. Nice heavy brass zipper. It's got YKK zips that are Tom Beckbe branded. I like that a lot as well. Nice little leather zipper pullers. You get around, you see how smooth these zippers are? It's absolutely buttery smooth. That's what brass YKK zippers can do for a bag. And then you flip that over and then you get access into this main compartment. And you get a really good look into this main compartment. But before we get there, let's just talk about the lid and the lining first. Like I want to talk about this lining. This is a heavier weight lining material. I'm not sure of the denier weight, but if I was to guess, it would be in the 400 range. of denier weight, so it's nice and rugged. You do have a pocket up here where you could kind of put your kind of quick access things. Like I can see wallet, keys, passport, because if you notice, there's no exterior pockets on the outside of the bag. So that's gonna be your quickest access. So you're gonna have to undo that buckle, undo the zipper, and then get to your quick access. That's about as quick as it comes on this particular bag, right? But the volume, right? This U-shaped opening in duffel bags, I am definitely a fan of. So in here, I just put in my usual standard packing cubes, going on a little trip down to North Carolina. So that is the Go Ruck double-sided packing cube. That's a 10-liter packing cube. And then I have the big boy in there as well. This is the 20-liter Go Ruck packing cube, double-sided. This is a big packing cube, but I love it because it's very durable, right? They go on and off of Go Ruck's website, and you can check them out. And then you can kind of see the interior of here. Very clean and simple. Minimalistic is the thing on this bag, right? Just a massive cavity where you can put your stuff. You do have another pocket here. I would think that would be great for some toiletry items in here. So it's rather deep. Like these pockets aren't shallow. They're just minimal, and there's not that many of them. That's the only thing that I would kind of critique. And then the color of the interior lining, if it was me, I love a brown interior lining. I think that gives the bag a class, and this is a very classy bag. However, this particular brown is rather dark. So I would just shade up, just a couple of shades up so you get a better look. But as far as capacity space, this bag is absolutely ginormous for a weekend trip. This one packing cube, that 20-liter packing cube, I know can sustain me for at least a week. So being able to put in another 10 liters over here, now I'm definitely in the 2-week range of travel. So that's excellent, man. I can't get over these zippers. These zippers are probably some of the smoothest brass zippers I've felt on a bag. And they're not huge, but they just move really, really well. I don't know what Tom Beckbe worked out with YKK so they could get them those smooth zippers. But let's talk about the carry options while we're doing since we saw the inside. So my first thing when I got the bag and I started using it was these grab handles. They're kind of, there's no keeper to keep them together. But after using them, it's almost like a perfect drop where when you lay it up like that, they want to stay. Of course, he wants to show out, but it wants to stay on top. And that's where you want it, so you can reach out and grab it with your hand. So that's a perfect thing. That definitely seems intentional. Like that just didn't happen that way, that those handles stay up there and hold themselves up there on top. Now, let's talk about the shoulder strap. Now, again, the full grain leather on this bag is absolutely gorgeous. I love that honey. It's like a honey leather, full grain leather. So you do have padding in the pad itself, nice padding. It's not overly padded, so I don't want to give you the impression like, this is going to be like you're going to be able to trek through the woods with this on your shoulder. But, airport travel, gate to gate, that kind of thing, this thing is be perfectly fine. For me, this is like a road bag for me. Like I throw it in the truck, ride down to North Carolina, ride down here, there, and then, pull it out into the hotel, into the Airbnb, into my house or whatever. But, it's not going to be something that like I want to travel long distances with this leather strap or only with these grab handles. So I just want to, kind of set the expectation of this. But as far as the shoulder strap itself, the leather continuation, the hardware is great. The way that they've stitched it in and kind of reinforced, because this is the fail point. This is the fail point right here. And I was kind of looking at this and like the way that they constructed it, and they did rivet it through, so it's on the other side and you can feel that rivet. This whole system right here is stitched around, then it's given more support by going across the bag this way. So very happy with that. Same thing with the grab handles, riveted in, rivet it in, rivet it in, rivet it in. What I will say though is I can feel the leather on the support straps kind of end right about here. I would have loved to see them take these support straps all the way around the bag and sewn it. That would have been like above and beyond overachiever. But right now, this is still good. I still think that this is an awesome constructed bag, right? Let's talk about some of the negatives on this bag. So the first thing that I would say, like on the website, there's a lack of detail. You know, like when you're spending this type of money, I think this is a good time to talk about the money part of it. Is $5.95, which this bag, really nice wax canvas and leather. Look around. Duffel bags of wax canvas and leather are not cheap, and this is right in the ballpark. As much as I don't like it, it's right in the ballpark, right? So there's not a lot of specifics on the bag on their website. Like when it talked about the field canvas, it didn't really give you like the denier weight. I'm looking for those type of specs on like, and I think most consumers are looking for those type of specs when they go to a website to check a bag out, right? They want to know the specifics, and if they're spending $600, they want to know everything about how they're spending their $600. And then the leather itself, like where is it sourced from? That wasn't on the website. Like what kind of leather? I understand it's full grain leather, but where did you source it from, right? How was this leather treated? You know, what tannery did it come from? All of those kind of specifics, even down to the specs. Like I gave you the estimated volume of this bag, which I think it's like I've had other duffel bags. This is around a 32 to 35 liter duffel bag. But when you went to the specs, it had the dimensions, which are helpful to get on the plane. But you would love to know like how many, like standardize the process. What's the liter size for this bag, right? Because that gives people the judgment to say if I'm going to, you know, be able to make this work for my system or not make it work for my system. But, and I think that this is just like one piece of a system that they have. They have a backpack. They have some backpacks as well that go really well with this system. But overall, I mean, lack of kind of communication about the specs. And my last point is just the lack of the organization. I would have loved to seen some type of quick access that you didn't have to go through the top lid to get to, like a pocket on the outside, even to just to stow my passport from gate to gate, or my little tickets that they try to give you. I guess everything is like electronic now when you know, they put it on your phone. But, you know, if I want to go through, you know, security, I don't want to have to, you know, go inside the main section of the bag. I would love to see just one pocket. Just give me one pocket on the outside of the bag where I can kind of stick my stuff. And I just didn't have that on this bag. I know it goes to the design. The design of this is beautiful, but you got to build in those functionality features as well. But yeah, Tom Beckbe did send this bag out to me to, you know, check out and review, and I've been putting it through its paces. A couple of critiques on it, but it's still, this is a gorgeous bag, absolutely beautiful. You know, the leather on it is absolutely beautiful, and I feel like it's gonna be one of those lifetime bags. There is some good design elements that they've built into this bag with the grab handles. This was what was really impressive to me, and the comfort of this was really impressive to me. But yeah, they got a good bag here right now. Guys, if you like this review, hit the thumbs up button. If you loved it, subscribe, come on back. We got more gear. I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. Peace.